Hello everyone, this is Sadiq here. So welcome to another new video on Excel. So today we'll discuss about this particular feature called as a flash fill. Fine. So what is flash fill? So a flash fill is a new feature in Excel which fills the data automatically when it senses a pattern. So that means it fills the data based on a pattern sense. Okay, so we'll look into what exactly is this. So we'll cover this particular contents in this particular session. So we'll try to identify what exactly is a flash fill. So we'll try to find, with the help of the flash fill, how can we combine the data. So with the help of the flash fill, we can even extract a part of the cell's data. So how we do this particular thing? And we have a different methods to apply this flash fill. We'll look into that. And finally, we'll see like what are the advantages of using this particular flash fill and the limitations of this particular flash fill feature. Yeah, fine. Let's start. So what is flash fill? So I say flash fill is a special tool that in Excel that analyzes the information that you are entering and automatically fills the data when it identifies or sends a particular pattern. Okay, based on this pattern sense, it tries to fill the data. The flash fill feature was introduced in Excel 2013 and it is available in all the later version, higher version after 2013. So that means it is available with 2016, Excel in 2019, and also Office 365. It is available. So now, what are the things that you can do with the help of the flash fill? So we have this option of combining the data. So that means, let us take an example. I have this particular employee data over here. Now I have some information. So I have, employee code, the title, first name, last name. So what I want to do is I want to have a new column called as full name. So we know that full name is a combination of your first name and the last name together as of this one. So I want to, I don't want to manually have a new column with writing a calculations or formulas or thing. I want a full name to be generated based on a pattern sense. So let us see how do we do this particular thing. Let me get into Excel. Okay, I just have this particular data. So the same data what I showed you in the slide. I want to write the full name. So let us have a full name. Okay, so now as we know the full name, so how it's been written. So generally when you're writing a full name, so we write a full name is we use the last name and then combine that with the first name, okay, and with a space as in between. So I just say what is my last name, say Mohammed. I want to have a space between that and then I say Sadiq, okay, and I say enter. Now what I want is, so I have filled this particular, I have created a full name. So where I actually have taken the last name, then I have created a space, and then I have added a first name next to this particular thing. And based on that, this particular full name is generated. So I want, okay, this particular things to be generated for all these things. So what I do, I just select this and I just hit a shortcut key is Control+E. Okay, so that is the shortcut key here. We enter is, we say CTRL+E. So as soon as I hit on this particular Control+E, you can see this whole full name was being filled. And when you look into this, how it is being filled, it has taken this particular last name and the full name, first name, the space, it is concatenated and it is filled. So that means within no time, we can fill even thousands of values on a single click. That is Control+E. That is a shortcut key for using the flash fill option. Okay, I think so. This is like with the help of the flash fill, this is how we can combine the data. Or take an example. I want to create an email ID. Okay, so generally when I have to create an email ID, you know, in the corporate, they follow a particular pattern for creating the email IDs. So generally the follow is fine. I want to take the first character from the last name and I want to concatenate with the first name, and then I want to say @mycompany.com. So let us take an example. I just will take M and then I'll just take Sadiq, say SADIQ. Then I say my company name, say Sadiq Learning.com. Fine. I've just given this particular thing. Now what I want is, based on this similar kind of a pattern, I wanted to fill. So when I go and hit this Control+E, so you can see what happens is, so it has understood Sadiq is one of the name, okay, and it did not understand how this particular M has come. So everywhere what has happened is it has taken M and the last name at okay, thing. So now what I want to do is, okay, I want to, since like, it is not able to sense the patterns. In this case, I'll give multiple patterns. So I'll give another example for Excel so that Excel can understand this particular feature pattern. So for the Nancy D value, I just say D Nancy at sadiclearning.com. I just entered this. Now let me do a fill. Okay, Control plus E. Yeah. So now you can see it has filled exactly. So now for the Andrew Fuller, so you can see F Andrew. So Janet, okay, L Janet. See J Margaret. So D Steven at sadiclearning.com. So now you can see so easily I could fill, okay, the corporate email IDs for all. So very easily without writing any kind of formulas or any kind of functions and things. Fine. So this was about how we can combine the data and how we can things. So I have combined the first character from the last name. I have taken the last name. Then I have taken @sadiclearning.com, and I have made this as a new email ID. Fine. So now we'll see with this flash fill feature how we can extract a part of the data. The next thing is, so now when I talk about extracting the part of the data is, again, I'll just take the same, this one. Okay, extract a part of the data from the column based on the sense patterns. Okay, so like example, for you want to extract the street name from the address. So like say example, I have the address and I say from the address, I want to get say building name or house name. Okay, you want to extract. And when you see here, they are following a pattern. So let me open the Excel. So I have this particular address column. So we can see here in the address column, so they have certain pattern here. So first is they have a building name or house number, and then they have a house name, and then we have a street names, okay, and then a city name stare. That is how generally the address has been there. So now what I want is, I just want to get this particular say building name. Okay, so okay, I can say if I have to extract the building name from this, so I'd say after the number there is a space, after space there is a name. So I want to read this kind of name from all the addresses. So what I will do, I'll just say I want to get a house name. Okay, so let me give say from this, I'll just say Surya. Just press enter and I just try to fill. I say Control plus E. Hi, you can see, okay, it has filled this particular whole house name and it has followed this kind of a pattern. So after the number, there is a space, and after space, whatever the word is there, one word with the next space. So that is being extracted and it has been given, okay, this is a kind of a house name. Okay, so this is how we can extract the data. Or say another example is, so we have this particular birth date. Now I want to say, I want to restore the employees with their month of birth. Okay, I want to extract the birth month. So what I just say birth month. Now for this employee, he was born in May. So I'll just say as MAY and just say Control plus E. So you can see for this, it is taken as July, but again May, again March, May, then it is March here, then it is July, September, SCP. So you can see from this particular birth date, it's just taken this particular month and it has been created. So how easily we could do it with the help of this new feature called as flash fill in Excel. Fine. Okay, this is what is some of the features that we do with the help of Excel flash fill feature. Okay, so now how will we do this particular thing? So I say we have a different methods for applying this particular flash fill. So one easy way, what all people prefer is the shortcut key. So as we know, the Control plus E is the shortcut key. But generally what happens is, so people tend to forget this using this particular shortcut keys, or if they have not used this particular feature for over a period of time, it becomes very difficult to remember what is that particular shortcut key. So no problem. So Excel has provided this feature in multiple ways. So we also have a menu. In that particular menu, we have this particular option called as a flash fill. So it is given in many places. Okay, so we look into all these things. See, one thing is you want to create this kind of a flash fill feature. So one way is to do is Control plus E. Okay, so I just say, what is that? So we just say the shortcut key is CTRL plus E is one of the method. So what is that I do? I just select the data and just say control plus E. It automatically senses the pattern and it tries to fill. So apart from the control E, so we do also have this particular option. So where I can just get into my home tab. Okay, under the home tab, so we have this particular fill. Okay, below this auto sum, I just get into this particular fill feature, and you can see under this particular fill there is an option called as a flash fill. By hitting on this also, your flash fill will happen. So I just say select fill, say flash fill. So you can see it has filled this particular pattern. Okay, or if I say I want to fill this particular thing. So again, like what I do is I can just use this option. The other option is you can get into this particular data tab. Okay, so from the menu, I can get into this particular data tab. Under the data tab, you can see here, we have this option called as a flash fill. Okay, so I can just select this. I can just hit on this and you can see it fills this particular pattern based on, okay, the sense, it senses a pattern and then fills the series. Okay, this is the different methods, okay, we have to use this particular flash fill feature in Excel. Now, we'll just see what are the advantages of using this particular flash fill. Okay, why do we need this particular flash fill feature? So it says advantages of the flash fill is with Excel formulas, we need to do a lot of things. Like if I have to do the same feature, when I don't have this option of flash fill, so what is that I need to do? I need to write this kind of functions. This kind of, when you see here, I've used many functions. There is a lot of nesting of functions and all these things has been done. So to achieve this particular thing. But when I use this particular flash fills, I don't have to do this particular complex calculations. Let us try, like, you know, I say, how do we do it? See, imagine I want to create an email ID. Okay, so with the help of what you call it as writing the formulas. Let us do. I just say email using, okay, in Excel. So if I were to create an email ID using function, so first thing is what I want to take, say M from the last name. Okay, so that is I'll just say left of how many say I want to take from last name. Okay, comma, how many characters? I say one character. So this is going to pick one character, but that has to be concatenated with the first name. So since it has to be concatenated, I'll just surround this function with concatenate, and then I take the left of the last name. So this will take, it will try to concatenate the left of last name with the first name. So where is my first name? I just select the first name. Yes. Okay. So you can see I have generated something like this, which is concatenated the first character from the last name and then the first name, and then further it has to concatenate with at the rate, say Sadiq learning.com. Fine. Okay, so I just close this and says enter. You can see an email ID is being created, and obviously Excel has this particular feature of auto filling. So I just drag this. Okay, and you can see it has created an email ID for all. So the same like what we have done with the help of the flash fill, I could do with even writing the formulas. But the thing is, when I have to write the formulas, so you need to know all these things. So here I have used multiple formulas. So I want this particular name to be in the lowercase. I just need to say lower of B2. Okay, yeah. So you will get it. Also SN. So when you look into that, exactly what I generated with the help of the flash fill, a similar kind of things, I could even do it with the help of the formulas. But what happened is here, so I have to sit and write this particular formulas. Means I need to know this particular formulas. How do we use this? I've used 3 different types of formulas. I've used a lot of nestings and all this thing. A person who is really good at the programming, okay, he can do it in no time. But otherwise, it really consumes a lot of time for doing this particular task. Okay, so this is a kind of advantage of using the flash fill. I can generate this particular pattern without writing any kind of formulas, without having any kind of a technical knowledge. So I can do this particular thing. Okay, this is a kind of a biggest advantage of using the flash fill. Now, the flash fill also has certain kind of a limitations when to use and when to not use. So some of the limitations of the flash fills are this. So it says the flash fill results do not update automatically. So that means, see, what happens is, take an example. So we have created this. So tomorrow I change the name. Okay, say instead of Sadiq, so I just say modify as UE. Okay, so when I just say instead of SADIQ, I've just given as SADIQUE. So now you can see when it is comes to this one, it has not got updated because there is no formula or anything. Okay, so but when you look into this one, it has automatically got updated. So it has got updated with this thing called as SADIQUE. So now what happens is you have the data and later you are doing some changes on that data. And if you have applied a flash fill before the changes will not be automatically implemented on the flash fill data. So you need to redo a flash fills of it. So I can say this is one kind of a limitation of using the flash fill. Okay, so I can generally say in this case, do the flash fill at the very end when the data has to be presented. The other option is may fail to identify a pattern. So I think you would have seen this particular thing when I was creating this particular email ID. Okay, so when I had given only one pattern and when I went for it to go and say fill this particular thing, it was not able to identify the pattern. So it was not identifying that M was the first character of the last name, and then you can see instead of Sadiq learning, everywhere it is the last name learning. So it is the Nancy learning, Andrew learning. So this kind of issue were there. Okay, so to handle this, one way we did was is we defined multiple patterns. Fine. So in this case, what I need to do is for the Excel to understand, for sensing it better. So sometimes I need to give 2 patterns, or sometimes even I need to give more patterns. So 3 to 4 patterns. So based on understanding this 4 patterns, how it has been generated, so it can generate this particular series. Okay, so there, okay, so it find it difficult in understanding the patterns. In that case, the problem to solve that is you need to give multiple patterns so that it can try to sense that. Okay, but in the case of formulas, you don't have to do that. Once you have written this particular formulas, drag, it is fine. Okay, the third limitation I say is, so one thing is, see, one more thing is when I'm going for this kind of a flash fill. Okay, so now if I have, if I'm generating this immediately sidewise, so this what you say, it is immediately next to in the same continuation, this one, it is fine. But I want to generate this after some space. So I just say I delete this. Let me have some space here. And I say, I want to generate the birth month here. Okay, so now I say the month here, I just want to get it as May. And then if I try to do this particular flash fill, so you can see it is not able to. So what you're getting an error here, so that we looked at all the data next to your selection. That means here the flash fill will happen adjacent to your actual data. So if you have an empty row or something, so it is not able to understand for or based on what particular data you are sensing. So that means if you want the result which is attached next to it, you can go for the flash fill. But if you want to have this particular data after skipping some columns or in a different locations, so you'll not be able to do the flash fill. So in that case, the solution for that is start learning this particular formulas and using with the help of this formulas. But if it is immediately next to the attached this one, so in that case, I can say flash fill is one of the best future. Okay, so it just really saves a lot of time and things. Okay, so I think, and also the other thing is it says it may convert numbers to the string. So that means whenever you try to sense a pattern and extract the data, so there are possibilities. So number, say you're trying to extract a part of the number, that number in the new this one would have been in the form of a string type. So this can also be a kind of a limitation of using the flash fill. Okay, so this was about the flash fill. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, so